Welcome to the Agency Success GPS podcast. My name is Lee Goff, your humble host. Today I have Joe Fier on, and he is part of the Hustle and Flow podcast and a lot of other things. Basically, he is a content generating media machine. And so how he has monetized that is a very creative way. And it's kind of it's pretty fun how he's done it. And by syndicating so much content and getting it out there, he has turned what I call bolt-on marketing into a lifestyle and a profit-generating business. So bolt-on marketing is to where you're doing affiliates, referral partners, joint ventures, things like that, and you're getting what we call mailbox money. And so Joe is outstanding at getting mailbox money using bolt-on marketing, and I hope you enjoy the episode. He has a lot of wonderful, very valuable nuggets, and I hope you enjoy it. Joe, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. I've known you, about a year and a half now, I think. Is that about right? I think that's about right. I did the Hustle and Flow podcast. Hustle and Flow, right? Hustle and Flow podcast.
Hustle Flowchart. Everybody forgets about the chart. It's all good. It's got that spin on the name, yeah.
And then we had that killer party out at Traffic and Conversion out there. That was awesome. A couple hundred people, man. That was boss, man. That was so cool. So
that was like 300 or 400 people cycled throughout the night. It was wild. It was the biggest.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was nice, man. That was super nice. So, but we're not here to talk about parties. We'll do that offline. How about that? Okay. So
sweet.
We got Joe on here today because Joe is an expert when it comes to doing a couple of different things. Okay. Basically, at the end of the day, he's an expert at kind of building content and building relationships and community and that whole kind of vibe of which, by the way, if you're not doing it for your agency, then you're behind the game. And the sooner you get started on it, the better. And Joe is that guy. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is, and here we got 3 questions. Okay. The first one is, how can agency owners use podcasting to bring in their best client talent all the way across the board? Joe, give us a few minutes on that. How do they?
Man.
How can an agency best use podcasting to make their lives better? So.
Yeah. Now, podcasting right now, I mean, if you haven't heard about it, obviously living under a rock. I mean, that thing's on, big news everywhere. So from being a podcast, we started back in 2010, but we kind of, dropped off. And the current show, Hustle and Flowchart, almost 4 years old now. And dude, it's wild how much of a fan building effort, and we'll talk probably a little bit about that later too, but it attracts your best clients. So literally people are just sticking with you because they like you. And that's the first step to badass relationships and people spending money with you for the long term. Right. So it's not a transactional thing. So when someone's listening to a podcast, it's just you and them. It's you and the earbuds, AirPods, whatever it is. They're not typically sitting around with 10 other people in a room listening to a podcast. So it's kind of this interesting, I was going to say weird, but it kind of is because you don't get this much anymore, this one-to-one thing. And it's just like this podcast, likely, you're listening to Lee, you're liking his personality. So if, Lee presents an offer or anybody else you're listening to on the podcast, you're like, check that out. I like this guy. He might give me a little cheat sheet to his company, some new offer that he's rolling out for, whatever this month comes out. Maybe it's like a 30-day special. And it's like, I'll hit up Lee at this link, or join his Facebook group, something like that.
Well, I think it's kind of a window into who you are and what you're trying to do, right? So I think you hit the nail on the head. You literally have the, in my case, we got right into the ears here. And if you look at YouTube and you look at everything else, it's YouTube is more kind of it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a little more fake, if that makes sense, I guess would be. And I don't mean that to be mean. As just saying it's more produced. And podcasts, at least mine, anyway,
more produced,
very much organic, and you really kind of get to know the individual. You get to know their personality, especially when you listen to 10 episodes or whatever. You really get to know them, and you kind of know. You know what? I like that guy's style. I like his personality. He's aggressive. He's not aggressive. He's got the tools. He doesn't have whatever it might be. And that's the thing I love about podcasts. And I love that I can repurpose it because it goes on YouTube, goes on my YouTube channel. Right? Oh my gosh, goes on my YouTube channel, goes on my Vimeo channel, goes on my website, it goes on all the Stitcher, all of them, the iHeart,
smart,
Stitcher, all of them, and then of course it gets transcribed and goes onto my blog. So, in a nutshell, a podcast allows me to schedule one day a month to record 6 podcasts like I'm doing today, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's got my months-long content all buttoned up, ready to rock and roll, search engines, everything, all done.
Dude, you got it nailed, man. It sounds like you're a seasoned vet.
Oh, no. I'm figuring it out as I go, paying attention to you guys, paying attention to how y'all are doing it. So, no doubt about it. So, give me another example of how podcasting can kind of, help
yeah, man.
Your best clients. Yeah.
So another one is in terms of just being so attracting your best customers. That's kind of what you're doing right now. That's what you just talked about with all the content all over the web with repurposing. All you're doing is just landing in the places where people are at. You're trying to meet them where they're at and then bring them into your little ecosystem. When maybe that starts with the podcast. That's what it does for us, and it works well. Other thing is, let's imagine you have customers already. Think about talking to your customers on a consistent basis, maybe once a week. These people are going to like you even more. Hopefully they kind of know you already, so you're not going to turn them off with your personality. Ideally, they kind of know you. But the more you're talking to them, think about the commitment they're having with your brand and your offers that you already have them on retainer, or maybe you're trying to upsell them into something else, higher ticket, whatever it might be. It's a retention tool now. So think about it like that. There's a lot of SaaS companies with recurring revenue. Agency owners are doing this. We're doing this to do more of affiliate marketing stuff, which I think we'll talk about later too. So think about it as a retention, not even just as a sales generator, a lead gen, but you're holding them tight to these people.
Well, and in the agency space, it's all about total customer value, right? So in other words, you get them on to do SEO and you close them on the website, you close them on the Facebook ads, and you kind of, you bleed out or cross sell, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, podcast would be one of the most valuable tools you could ever have when it comes to cross-selling, because whoever the podcast personality is going on there, obviously you need to have a promo counter. You need to map out the content. Don't just arbitrarily throw shit up against a wall. Think it through, okay? So in other words, if I've got a product launch I'm going to be doing here in a couple of months, which I am, by the way, nice. a lot of these people that I'm recording, okay, Clayton Mass, Troy Dean, Carl Sackis, Craig Jacobson, I got some pretty big names that come out, and they're going to all be part of the reload, because coming out of COVID, just like I did out of 2008, I didn't sit around on my damn laurels. I reloaded. Okay, I came out with guns a-blazing, and I'm doing the same damn thing now, and I'm going to tell everybody else to do that as well.
Smart.
Hint. Okay, so it's a great little cross-sell, a great little pre-frame, a little seeding kind of tool that you can get out there. You get a great subscriber base. As soon as you drop it, bam, people download. As soon as you drop it, you'll get one. Hey, can we talk about this? Over the next 2 years or 10 years, though, you'll get another 500 downloads. You'll get another 40 people. Yo, you got a minute? So that's how it works, right? So
that's it.
I think it's outstanding, and it's great into referral partners. We're going to segue into the affiliate referral kind of thing, because part of my promotional calendar is we do 2 referral partner promotions a month. This year, we added the podcast in there. Last year, we did 2 emails, 1 Facebook Live, and then a live webinar. And so this year, we're going to record the podcast at least a month or 2 in advance. We drop it about 2 weeks before the first email goes out. We put it on YouTube about a week before it goes out. And then we send out the first mailing. Then we do the Facebook Live, the second mailing, and then the webinar, right? And it's just like boom, 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 boom. The beauty is, doesn't take any extra fucking time on my part.
Not at all. It's all done for you, man. Yeah.
None. I'm talking about, I record the podcast. I make sure the videos are done. I get it to my staff. Whatever. I got some guy that does the podcast editing. I got the other people that transcribe it. There's probably 7 or 8 people behind the scenes that I do. I'm doing what I'm doing right now, right? I drop it. I record the intro, all this stuff. I put it in a Dropbox file. That notifies everybody and says, hey, come get this stuff out of Dropbox, and they rock and roll. It's all ready. It's all scheduled out in WordPress to drop, and scheduled out on YouTube to drop. And what I'm saying? And we all know
it's like you cracked open our whole system. You know it. This is exactly what we do.
I've been around a lot.
I know you have.
I'm figuring out the podcast thing, but I've been doing this kind of stuff for a while, so I figured that if I'm going to be doing this, I am definitely not a one-to-one kind of guy. I'm a multiplier guy. If I'm going to be doing this damn thing, it better serve multiple channels, and it better do it for a long damn time. Okay. And so that's how this happens. And so back to bringing it full circle, because I just kind of segued and went too far on the segue there. Pulling that back is with my referral partners, it not only, it does 2 things. One, about half my referral partners I make an affiliate commission on, about half I don't. I do it because I never pick one for the money, though, ever. I always pick it because it's great content for my base, okay? And nobody ever knows if I'm making any money on it. Now, that's not the point. The point is it always will be great content. But I do every once in a while get little checks on that, and I mean little, hundreds, a couple $100, maybe $1,000 here and there kind of thing. But by doing this with the affiliates and the referral partners, it takes a lot of the weight off me.
That's right, man.
I don't have to create content when I got badasses like Joe that'll get on here and tell y'all about it. Why would I? I mean, it would take me hours to come up with a custom content all the time.
So it's like, why would you create all this content? You have to create the offers. You have to support the offers. Like most people don't think about the fulfillment factor. And it's like, dude, you have that's most of it, probably.
That's the 90% is that.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway,
yeah. Well, let's talk about that, man.
Talk about I just kind of gave a little bit of a skinny on my referral partner process and get into yours. And you actually make good money doing this affiliate side of thing. And so you do it. Me, it's more about content and relationship with my base. It's about that and making money. So bring the money into this thing, man. Explain to the base about how you can really rock it out. So.
Let's do that. So the bulk of our business, about 80% of it is affiliate revenue. And that comes mainly through software products. So recurring products, one-time fee even. We do really well, even on one time, even though people kind of worry about, that means I got to keep selling. Well, it's like, well, if you have a machine like Lee and Eyes, you have something that is constantly moving. So that's how we see. We like our thing is we give our best content out for free. All of our content usually lives on the podcast, Facebook group. We have a whole kind of members area that one's paid, but it's like $15 a month. So it's like dumb cheap. It's just like, it basically is the cost to produce all this content. And other than that, it's just giving. But we sprinkle in all these little ways to kind of accelerate the process if you choose to. You don't have to. But that's the way we do it. And, with all the connections we have, we've just built an insane network. We're able to, like, hey, Josh, let's say, like ThriveCard is one of our big tools that we toss out there. And we've been promoting that for 4 years.
Love ThriveCard. I am reaching out to the CEO to promote his shit. I love it. I love it. So I've already introduced myself. I'm like, dude, you don't know it yet. You don't know me, but you're going to know me. And you're going to be on my podcast, and you're going to like me, and I'm going to like you because this thing is awesome, and I believe in it. I love that product. It's outstanding.
Well, let me know if you ever need any help. We're good buddies with him. He's one of our better friends. So
good deal, man.
Josh.
Good. I will definitely lean in on you. So, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So, I mean, that's our model is like, as you are, we don't promote everything for the money or nothing for the money. It's for the help. It's the thing. There's definitely qualifiers. So we want to make sure we're making enough for the bang we're putting out there, the marketing. But yeah, for agency owners though. So obviously most people aren't like us. It took a while to get there and a lot of balls to put out there and be like, we're just going to give everything away for free and stop selling our own courses.
It might make some money one day. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So luckily we were able to kind of leverage all the network and we've just built this up over the last 10 years or so. But agency owners, and I've chatted with a ton of them. Chris Martinez is a good buddy of ours, dude over there. And I was chatting with his buddy, his customers and stuff. And they're like, wait, affiliate marketing. And he wasn't really even open to the concept, I don't think. And we're like, dude, think about the bolt-ons to your existing offers you can do. And this is not, a lot of, I think the biggest objection is people are scared to give away their customers to some other person. It's like, oh, they're just going to go away. It's like, no. Think about like a party or something. If you're connecting someone at a party with another friend of yours, like, they're going to remember you. They're always going to.
Dude. You're the total cool dude. Dude, I ran into a buzzsaw when I first got into this industry, the coaching industry, okay? Because I took that exact same mindset into the coaching industry. Not so much in the coaching. It's not as receptive as the agency owners are. Agency owners are typically, agency owners are typically like, oh man, it's great. And my research told me that if you're going to hire one coach, it is about 90% of you will get pretty much guaranteed hire a second, third, possibly even fourth or fifth coach.
Yep.
Not because that first coach didn't have what you needed. They have a little bit different flavor. Okay. So this one might be focused 100% on sales. This one might be focused 100% on operations. This might be leadership, accounting, whatever it might be. Or they just might have different personality types or different tool sets, or it could be a million reasons. And so I came out and I reached out to all the major coaches in the industry. And I'm talking about, I got put on a couple blogs and things like that, but for the most part, I got stiffed on. And I came with a lot of street cred. In other words, all you got to do is Google me and see that I'm not some idiot coming off the side of the road. I mean, if you don't know I'm going to be something, I promise you, I was in my last industry. I definitely was, and it will happen.
And you can find it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. Not hard. And but I got pretty stiff-armed. It was kind of interesting to see. It was very interesting to see that. It's kind of opened up a little bit now that I got a little more
promotional base. It's not because they were actually doing it for what I deem the right reasons. But now that I have a list of 9,023 or 400 people in my list, they're all like, "Hey man, what's up? You're so cool." And I'm like, "Come on, man." I'm like, "Come on, man." Anyway, but it's interesting about how
they remember you though, and
they do.
Yeah, like if you feel like, and like you said earlier, if you feel like you were going to be the one person that is going to solve all their business problems, their agency issue, like the reasons they should be coming to you, and then you should be constantly surveying them, asking them, "Hey, what other thing are you working on? How can I help you?" I mean, like one of my standard lines, I stole this with love from our buddy Roland Frazier over at Digital Marketer, and he's every single time I ever talk to that guy, text message, email, phone, call, meetup, whatever. How can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you? It's just think about, and he's a master at opportunities and capitalizing on these things. Just apply it to this. I mean, you can apply it to anything, but sync up an offer with the need, and boom, you are the winner. There too.
That's it. Yep.
No, that's pretty much that there.
That's it. I mean, you need something to drop?
I like that, man. That's good.
All right. So, question number 3. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. How can agency owners grow a community of fans like you and I? I'm starting. You got a much bigger community than I do, but mine's getting there. Okay. How can agency owners grow a community of fans that will recommend them to their best potential customers? Meaning, well, you know what the question is. You wrote it, so fire away.
Well, I mean, the idea is fan building. So we're all about fans are different than just a transactional subscriber or something like that. You know, someone just liking your Facebook page, garbage. I mean, it's cool. It's good for the cred, I guess. You know, it's like, I gotta get my followers on. I mean, followers are cool, but you want to get fans, people that are engaging like fully and reaching out. So
buyers.
Yeah, man. I mean, these people buyers are the best, definitely. And typically they start as a fan and then they become even more of a fan and buy more stuff. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, simple way, and it's kind of crazy, but I mean, you've heard about it, but Facebook groups. If you don't have a Facebook group, get one. I mean, just start one. You probably already have one. Yeah, I mean, Facebook is pushing this like none other. They keep rolling out new features. Super Bowl, whatever sports are anymore. I forgot what those are. But back in
I can't wait. I
know. Back in whatever it was, January 2020, they were running Facebook group ads during the Super Bowl. So you think they're kind of favoring them a little bit. So get a group. Your engagement's high. You don't have to pay for it. What we've been doing is like, I'm just going to shamelessly drop my plug right here. Sorry, Lee.
No. I got a shameless plug segment. So go ahead.
So flowchartgroup.com. It's just a redirect. So that's what we do. It takes them over to the Facebook group. You've probably been through this before. There's a few questions we ask them. Hey, what's your biggest problem? What's your not what's your name, but like I think, are you a subscriber or something like that? What's your email address? So we're constantly, boom, that gets piped over into a spreadsheet, automatically popped over to Active Campaign. It's crazy. And then you add in the, hey, share this with your buddies, and then this thing starts to become wildfire. But so our call to action on our podcast, go to Flowchart Group. Emails, starting to push them there. Emails are great. Subscribers to the podcast are great. Listeners, YouTube, all that stuff. But if you could slowly start to move in an area where you can be a community, engage back and forth, bring in the guests from your podcast, or maybe some other people who are just badasses in your agency or friends in your agency, bring them into your community and start answering some questions. Could be an affiliate partner as well. Just start to collaborate, and then you'll start to see, and then have a content plan too around that. Of course, we're constantly, we post like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something kind of consistent. Like, hey, what are you working on? Share a link. So it kind of gives a little selfish thing in there for these people.
And what you were talking about is kind of like a multi-touch. Okay, so in other words, you got your email, and that's I am really good at the email. Really good at organic search engine rankings, really good at Facebook, and I got different channels, and I'm adding this year podcast, YouTube, and Instagram to that multi-touch, and I'm pretty much going to be stopping there. And those 3 are the biggest ones for my target audience. With intent, decided to not go target them until I had my shit together a little bit better, right? So, my product line, I wanted to make. I knew what I did to get UI worked for me. I wasn't sure if it's going to work for everybody else, so I wanted to go to market. Tested it all out, and now my product line is so dialed in, my messaging is so dialed in. And so now it's time to get into those channels and all of those. I will have I'm going to produce over 100 YouTube videos here in the next 6 months, and podcasts. I'll probably have about 40 or 50 of those here in the next 6 months. All that stuff. The reason I say this is because it creates the fan. That's how you create the fan. It's like you don't just have one thing and you go put a video on Facebook group once a week or twice a week and create fans. You create fans by you're all over. I mean, like I said, they're listening to your podcast. They like you on YouTube. They hop over to Facebook. You got the enrollment questions. There's 3 of them.
That's right.
You know, what's your name? What do you do? Like that. Mine is we like to give everybody a free gift who joins our group. Would you like to get a copy of my agency success toolkit? Funny thing about Facebook is this. On my website, I try to get people to opt in on that thing. I get 3.4% opt in, which is not too bad, which is not bad at all.
All right.
Website.
Yeah.
I don't know what, 50 to 60% opt in on Facebook.
Right. Same. Dude, it's wild. And it's actually, it's a little more sometimes. Like, here's the thing from the podcast, can't track it, unfortunately, but we started with shout outs on the podcast. It felt like it was like 80-ish% with a solid email. I'm like,
legit. I was blown away. Okay, so I now have an entire. Well, actually, I have to kind of fallen off on here a couple months just while we're focusing on rebranding and everything like that.
Yeah.
But typically, every single morning, okay, I had 2 staff members that would go out into other people's groups or in other places and find agency owners and one small nudge, kind of a wave kind of thing. Hey, if you're in this group, you're probably like this one. Have a great day. And that's it. That's it. Leave it alone, right? Out of that, we get about 30%. So every morning they do about 20 to 25 people each. So that's about 50 people a day. Out of that, you get about 10 to 15 a day. Go over there. And they join in. Let's say you get 10 for easy math. And out of that 10, I am telling you, 6 of them will give you their email address. I mean, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Think about that. Wow. You got 365 days a year. Do the math in there. What does that add? I'd have to do the math.
Whatever that math is.
That's a hell of a lot. You know, I mean,
yeah.
If you're getting
that's a VA just doing that consistently, right?
And it's the same message, everything like that. All you do is get them into the 10 groups, and there's 10 groups, and all these groups, there's probably 100,000 agency owners. Start at this one. You can stay in this one for the next 6 months. There's 32,000 people in it, right? So every morning, get up, and again, if you see that you already sent them a message one time, even a year ago, do not send them another message. Do not spam. Be cool about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Add value.
Add value. Thank you very much. And I am telling you, it works like a boss. It's how you
love it, man.
You get them into the group. From the group, I'm doing Facebook Lives. I'm dropping podcast links, YouTube links, URL links, promo links. So give me 6 months from the time they get in that Facebook group or on my email list. They're going to be subscribing to my YouTube channel. They're going to be loving me on podcasts. They're going to be all over. And every time I drop something, I am top of mind because they're popping up, ding, ding, Facebook. They're getting little red dots all over the effing place. You know what I mean?
And dude, the lives, like you said, the lives are crushing it right now. You live stream from the page and then share it over to the group so you can do all your retargeting magic and all that stuff. So another thing we're starting to play with is embedding videos from our page, like Hustle and Flowchart page, to our Hustle and Flowchart community. And you could start to retarget those folks, actually. So people in your group, you could then target those folks as another, retargeting audience.
Say that again now. How did you do that? Say that in the group, in the Facebook group. What are you doing now?
So posting a video that originally was posted from the page that we own. Because, you can run ads from a page, but you're just sharing it to the group. So it's just another audience. You're growing more video views on there, so you can retarget. You can't
create the audience in the group, but if you share it from the page to the group, then you can't. See, it's little bitty things like that, man. I'm telling you, little bitty things like that.
Little things. I haven't tried this. We actually haven't done this yet, but I think you might probably do that to other people's groups too. If you were to share a video on their group, say an agency group of 100,000 people or so. Test it out, Lee.
I'm going to let you know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty focused on some other stuff. I don't know.
I know. Yeah. Don't think.
I don't want to be getting kicked out of too many groups.
No.
Give me a little while. I'll get there.
Give value.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
Exactly. That's too good.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
And the other thing, just and be consistent. I think the lives are huge. So I didn't want to gloss over that. But during this whole COVID time, we've been doing live streams like crazy and doing a lot more podcast recordings live as well, just to the group, and I mean, it'll be posted again from the page, but typically people aren't really seeing a lot there. But man, it's engagement. I think the engagement in the group is just ramping up ridiculous with these lives, man. So again, it's a free thing.
Yeah, my group, the engagement's gone down because for the past 3 months, 3.5 months, because I had all this stuff lined up, ready to go, and then all of a sudden everything hit, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not kidding you. We were about to kick off our big time, whatever. We had a product line mapped out for all year. It was ready to rock and roll, right? And this whole thing hit, and I'm like, shit. Time to reload. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been doing. So
that's right.
I pull back on all promotions. I haven't been as engaged in the group and all that fun stuff. If you're watching this right now and it's a year down the road, then this will make no sense at all because it's heavily engaged. But
because it'd be popping off,
for a little while, yeah. And I'm telling you, I'm recording 4 to 6 podcasts a month. Going to be doing it minimum probably 15 to 20 YouTube. So it's just going to all be dropping them all over into Facebook and cross pollinating and all that fun stuff.
Love it.
Pixeling and retargeting and all that fun stuff.
I want to see all this stuff, man. It's going to look good.
It's going to be it's about to throw down, man. I have been putting a lot of time and work into it. So, well, Joe, this is the shameless plug moment. You got
all right. I already cheated a little bit.
No.
Let's do it.
Throw it out there, man. What do you do? Okay, you got Hustle and Flow Group. You got all kinds. Come on, URL.
So the flowchartgroup.com is going to get you that Facebook group I've been chatting about, and it's the Hustle and Flowchart community. It's just basically Matt and I, my co-host Matt Wolf, and myself in there, our team, but also I think it's up to. It's like 2,000 or so. It's not a crazy big group, but again, it's like some of the best. We got a lot of our guests in there. Big name folks. I mean, are cruising around in the groups, and people are just. I mean, I saw like 50 people waiting in there this morning. I got to approve, or a team member, I got to bump them a little bit. But so that thing's free. Flowchartgroup.com, Hustle and Flowchart podcast. Just find out hustleandflowchart.com. And you listen to these shows twice a week for an hour long. It's they're doozies, but it's crazy the kind of people we're bringing on right now. It's wild.
Y'all do. Yeah,
and you've been on there, of course.
I've been on there. Yeah. I was one of the. It was me and somebody else that were. I think it's me and Dennis. I think. I can't remember. It's me and somebody else that were the top 2 downloads for a while.
You were up there for a long time, man. Yeah. Dennis was up there.
I can't remember who it was.
Rob Burns, he's a video guy to San Diego. He was up there for a bit.
Okay, I gotcha. So.
Ron Lynch was up there as well. I think you and him were.
I think that was. Yeah. I think that might have been. Yeah. So I need to get there and start posting my damn link again. You know what I'm saying?
You should.
I got it. Well, I mean, probably not even in the top 10. Y'all need to have me back so I can rock it out again.
I know. That's cheater mode. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'd love to have you back, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But thank you. Yeah, check it all out. I appreciate you, man.
For sure. All right. Any parting thoughts or anything you want to throw out there? Or?
I would say, like you said, man, now's the time. I don't know when this is going live, or, people think they're always too late, the whole COVID weird thing. I mean, the world's changed, like it's always going to be different from this point on in some fashion. Who knows how, but I know community ain't going away. More than ever, community and engaging with people like a human. Podcasting's huge, but grow that community online and engage consistently. I think it's going to pay off. Branding and just relationships. That's where the money's at for the long term.
I'll support. I will 100% endorse that with my action. The minute that I started this company, after building one, going through the whole process, right? Building it, sell it, the whole bit like that. The very first thing I did, start building my tribe and start building brand positioning. You know what I'm saying? So entrepreneur magazines and Forbes and all these different things, and then of course building my tribe. I've been aggressively, getting email list and my Facebook group and all that fun stuff. In about 2 years, I say my outreach is about 7,500, depending on the overlap. I'm not quite sure. Give it 2 more years, it'll be about 20,000 people, and at that point, me and my little girl will be hanging out on a boat, shooting videos, and doing our deal. So
there you go, man. That's where it's at. It's worth it.
Joe, you're a rock star. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lee.
I'm gonna stay tuned. I'll give me 1 second. Let me cut the recording, okay?
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And of course, let's get you over to the next episode. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my podcast. And if you are not following us on YouTube or in our private Facebook group, make sure to get over there and check those out as well. And of course, we're also available, always available at marketingagencycoach.com. Look forward to seeing you at all those channels. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.